Hey everybody, it's Chris. We are on world famous Duval Street in Key West, Florida. This video is going to take us from morning, which it is now, right through evening, one day in Key West, and we're going to start our day out with a traditional Cuban breakfast. So we're going to just walk right up the street there to a great place to do that. All right, Key Lime Square. So we're going to have breakfast at the Cuban Coffee Queen. Now we are going to see lots of roosters today, the world famous Key West roosters. I don't know how they got here, but they're everywhere. They're like squirrels anywhere else. All right, let's check it out. We are going to have the sunrise special right there. So that was great Cuban coffee and one of their Key Wester, I believe they call it, sandwiches. It was really good. And that little chicken or rooster walking around under the table made it entertaining as well. Okay, the obligatory southernmost point buoy photo. We're at the very end of Duval Street. We are going to see countless Key West roosters throughout the day. Countless, because they're everywhere. They're like pigeons or squirrels anywhere else. You can hear them. You can see them in trees. They're scurrying in parking lots, sidewalks. They're everywhere. So one of Key West's most famous citizens was Ernest Hemingway, and this is where he lived. I don't know if he was a year-round resident or what, but we're going to check out his house. Here's one of the many vendors in Key West, artists on the side of the road, accompanied by the roosters. Not a bad place. Not a bad yard. That's pretty neat. That's a tour going on. There he is. Oh, I'm sorry. Pretty neat. Let's go upstairs. Exit. Jump through the window, maybe? Oh, wow. His books. Of course. This is like a patio. Oh my gosh. This was his bedroom. And look at the view. He had this panoramic patio out here. Wow. So the tour is interactive too. Not the tour, we're not on the tour, but I guess the self-guided tour has some interactive components to it. But this is awesome. Imagine having this patio. I don't want to interrupt the girls. What a great shot. Wow, wrap around. Does it go all the way around? So this is the front where we came in. It does. Wow. So we can go down to the courtyard. Oh, it doesn't go all the way around, but it wraps around significantly. So we're back inside. That's a cool sink. I'd love to know what that thing is. A scale, maybe? Pretty awesome. Okay, we're back outside. We're gonna go down into the courtyard. Oh, one of the 6-toed cats. Did you count the toes, girls?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
And it is 6?
It is 6.
All 4 legs are 6?
Yes.
Wow.
I think the bottom
We gotta go check that out.
But most of them are just like used to.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
We jinxed it. I haven't seen that happen.
Yeah, so I guess I'm not gonna touch them because I don't want to get my finger bit off, and I'm not really a cat person.
A lot of them though, they're sweet and will let you pet them and like it though. A lot of them like getting pet.
So this is one of the mean ones, or maybe it's me.
Maybe it's you.
Oh, geez.
Yard.
Okay, down to the courtyard. which looked awesome from that porch. So I guess this is like a guest house, and we can go up. Oh, writing studio. We gotta go up there. As a minimalist, I could absolutely live in a little place like this. I say little, it's really not that little. I don't know what the bottom is. Okay, so we can't go in. We're just in the confines of this cage. But isn't that something? That is, what a place to write. Okay, now we'll go down the other staircase. Look at that pool. Wow. Just awesome. This little gift shop in there. And there's one of the cats. How's this for a backyard? Or maybe it was his front yard. No, I guess it's his backyard. This is awesome. But what's really cool, to keep cool in the hot South Florida summers, Hemingway had a nice Mitsubishi electric AC installed. Oh, for the cats. Totally cool. And when he got thirsty, he could get a Pepsi right there. I hope everyone knows I was joking about the air conditioner and the Pepsi machine. Please tell me you know I was joking. Oh, look at this. A black cat patrolling the grounds. Very nice. Look at that animal. Again, I'm not a cat person, but wow. What a beautiful animal. Okay, so this is the wall around Hemingway's compound, and just across the street is the Key West Lighthouse. And I think we can go check it out. All right, this should be good. I think we can actually go up. And as I said, the roosters are everywhere. The roosters, and I guess that's a hen. So this is the base of the lighthouse. And I think we're gonna be able to go right up to the top. So we're waiting to go up. And we'll be right where those folks are momentarily. Okay, here we go. This was built in 1846. The guy said it has not been an actual navigation beacon for like 50 years. It's operational, but it's not a true navigation beacon. So if you've watched the channel when it was a moto vlog, we did a couple of lighthouse tours on the motorcycle along Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. It is a sweltering hot day today. You can see the ocean out there. Okay, so I believe this is 88 steps, so this is nothing compared to walking up the Niagara Gorge steps if you were on with me for any of those videos. But not everybody is in the same physical conditions. Oh, cool. Awesome. Look at that view. So that's blocked off where the actual light is, which is right there. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that cruise ship. So we are gonna get a good view, right? But I do not want to be behind those people when we're walking down. If you've watched any of my videos, you know we don't really get a long kind of windy tour. We just want a quick video and then on to the next thing. And if we waited for those people, we'd take forever to come down these stairs. And I get it. These are like, this is treacherous if you're not in good physical condition. So I hope you liked the brief tour of Hemingway's house and the lighthouse, but there's lots to see. So now on to the next thing. So Harry Truman was the President of the United States towards the end of World War II, and his little White House, as you can see right there, was here in Key West, and we're going to go for a tour of it. So it turns out the only way to get into the house is with a guided tour, and folks, I just can't do it. So what we're going to do is, you don't need to do the guided tour to check out certain parts of this place, and we're going to do that. I guess his limousine, which I think someone just referred to it as the Truman-zine, occasionally will park right here. I don't know where it is right now. Maybe they went to a car wash. We'll check out this little gift shop. Oh, neat. Oh, look at that. Coconut patties at Truman's house. Oh, look at this. President Free exhibit, the Free Museum. Oh my gosh, that's him. Wow. Pretty cool. There he is. And I guess this is like on a continuous loop. There he is. We're not going to stay and watch this, but it's pretty neat. And this is like a free portion of this. So you can literally come in and check this out without doing the guided tour. Pretty neat. If you like history, whether you like Truman or not, if you like history, this is a cool place to come. And if I had a little more patience, and if this channel were a slightly different channel, we'd actually do that tour. But even when I went to the Reagan Museum, not that long ago, I just couldn't do the guided tour. So I did a self-guided tour. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know there was a presidential yacht. Neat. Beautiful grounds. Absolutely beautiful. The trees, the foliage, everything. Get up as close as I can. Yeah, you can read that. So that's his limousine there. Or is that? One of those two is his limousine. I think the one in front. So while we're on the subject of history, I just love this old building. So it's an old, as you can see, post office, custom house, courthouse. I'd love to know the history of this building. I know it was built in 1931, and I'll show you why I know that in a moment. But in terms of the stone that's used in this, is it local? I just love it. We're gonna cross the street and get closer. Even though it looks like it's an active courthouse, I love these lamps. Isn't that something? I mean, they're just awesome. You can see the seals there. Look at this thing. Look how big this is. In its day, when this opened in 1931, this must have been the talk of the town. I'd love to get in, but despite the fact that it looks like it's an active courthouse, I walked around the building. It's just sealed. You can't get in, which is too bad. I know it was built in 31 because there's the cornerstone. Andrew Mellon was the Secretary of the Treasury under Calvin Coolidge. Well, also Herbert Hoover, because 1931 Hoover was president. This is something else. I just love it. I guess I could Google it, and so can you, in terms of its background, but it's just amazing. I drove by it last year when I was doing my moto vlog on my motorcycle and didn't stop to really appreciate it. I don't think that I did, I don't recall. But I wanted to come by and show you because it's just too awesome to just not include in this video. Also, on the note of history, Key West has an abundance of these old trees. Look at this thing. Look at Look at that branch. It is just, I'm gonna zoom out so you can appreciate it. Isn't that something in front of this church? Okay, we're back on Duval Street, right where we started this morning. We're getting close to the dinner hour and we're getting close to sunset. But I want to talk a little bit about how I'm going to handle the Key West sunset, which is kind of infamous, as we walk down Duval Street and check it out. So Duval Street is a long street. It heads that way, I'm not sure, maybe a mile or so. We're going to walk this way, which is more towards the center of the action. The only reason I'm starting at this point is because the place I'm staying at is on this street. But we could continue this way and see lots of restaurants, lots of galleries, lots of shops. But for the sake of brevity and to keep this video tight, we're gonna head this way. But this street is absolutely amazing. I'm shooting this on a Monday. So it's about 6:30 on Monday afternoon. This is a former theater that is now a Walgreens. I mean, I hate that it's a Walgreens, but I love that it's something and not gone, as so many old-time theaters are. And other artists on the street. Lots of eateries, bars, and whatnot. You know what? I'm gonna cross the street right here because I just want to show you. This is such a cool thing that this bar has. I've seen this before, but never to this extent. Look at all the currency. Those are all dollars, all over this place. I mean, isn't that something? Now, I'm just looking closely. I don't know if that's all real money, but maybe it is. That's a cool building. So Duval Street has lots of shops. Most are non-chains, but just like you saw Walgreens back there, there's a CVS up ahead. There are some chains. There's a Banana Republic here somewhere, but most of these shops are not chains. So I mentioned I'm shooting this on a Monday. I was here last night, and on Sunday night, it was much more crowded, dramatically so. And I imagine on a Friday and Saturday, it'd be much more crowded than Sunday. Awesome. Very nice. So I mentioned there aren't a lot of chains. This is kind of surprising to me. One, that Wendy's is here on Duval Street, and two, that like people go there. Although there are people who live in Key West, and I mean, I guess it makes sense that Wendy's would be here. Now, so we're at this jump-in street, Duval Street. What you have to understand is there are lots of places in Key West on the island where there's supermarkets and, you know, all the chains and types of shops you'd have in your town. Because again, there are people who live here who need groceries, and when they want to go out to eat, they don't always want to go to Duval Street, right? This is cool. Key West Women's Club. It's kind of discriminatory. See all the eateries with open air patios for dining. Looks nice. Looks nice. So I want to talk a little bit about how I'm going to handle the Mallory Square sunset. That looks like a fun place. So instead of, we're walking towards Mallory Square, walking towards where the sun is going to set. But I like to keep my videos tight. That looks like a cool place. Got the upper deck there, kind of like New Orleans. Wow, neat. So because I want to keep my videos tight, I just can't do the Mallory Square sunset justice by tagging it on at the end of this video, and so I'm not gonna do it. So what I am gonna do is schedule a second video from Key West, from Mallory Square, and capture the sunset. This way I don't have to edit the heck out of everything on this video so I can fit, because it's not just a matter of the, you know, sun dropping below the horizon. I mean, that's a cool thing. Everybody cheers. It's kind of an exciting moment. But Mallory Square has so much going on that it would just shortchange both Mallory Square and the rest of Key West if I were to try to put everything in one video. It's pretty cool. So this is up ahead. That's Sloppy Joe's, kind of world famous. Now, I think the original Sloppy Joe's is in Havana, but I may be wrong on that. I think I saw a movie years ago, Weekend in Havana, like a 1940s era movie. They talked about Sloppy Joe's, and I don't think they were talking about, you know, Key West. I think they were talking about Havana. Jewelry, nice. Looks like a cool place. There are neat things on both sides of the street, so I'm trying to make this quick but also capture as much as I possibly can. Okay, so this is the end of Duval Street. And now we're gonna just come down here and head to Mallory Square, where we can finish off and talk about the next video you'll see, which again will be the sunset and Mallory Square. It's a cool building. So there are lots of galleries, art galleries and whatnot in this part of Key West. That's just one of many. Okay, we're gonna head down here towards Mallory Square. Lots of souvenir shops, obviously. More dollar bills. I don't know if they're real or not. Can you tell? They look real to me. Okay, this is Mallory Square. Now, oh, look at this guy. So there are entertainers here, and they'll be here all night. But they're kind of like the warm-up acts for the main event, which is the sunset. Wow. Jeez. So we're gonna walk to the edge here. You see the people that are here now? This is nothing. Because when we get closer to sunset, this rail will be like multiple people thick, waiting for the sun to set. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Again, the next video is going to be from right here at Mallory Square. We're going to see a sunset. It's going to be an awesome video, trust me. If you have any comments on anything we saw or anything we talked about, please comment. If you're not a subscriber to the channel yet, if you would subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. And until the next video, again, right here at Mallory Square. Until then, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.